you can control your money, you control your life. My rich dad taught me about investing playing Monopoly. 4 greenhouses, Red Hotel. This is what the hand does, the mind remembers. It's the golden rule. Who has the gold makes the rule. China is in serious financial trouble. America is the biggest debtor nation in the world, printing $1 trillion every 90 days. Well, I think the problem with Trump, he's got guts, and he stepped on a lot of toes. Bankers. They don't like him. So as I said, Bobby Kennedy, John Kennedy, they got taken out. So even if he's elected, his life is more in danger than, like I said, his 2 sons and I are really good friends. Bitcoin is, people's money. I say gold and silver are God's money because God put it here. But Bitcoin is people's money. It's the blockchain technology. And blockchain technology is basically a ledger, a financial statement. And that's why I think Aussie will probably come up with his own central bank digital. And I'm afraid I don't have any proof of this, but they'll use central bank money to surveil you. That's what China does. So they know what you're spending your money on. If you're buying too many drugs, they'll come after you. You're doing this. So they're going to use our money as a surveillance tool. I'm afraid of that. So that's why I own tons of silver coins. So if push comes to a shove, I'll come pay you in silver. I'll tell you a story. I was a pilot in Vietnam. And then it was in 72, and Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. So my rich dad said, watch out, the world's going to change. So I said, how's it going to change? So I flew behind enemy lines. Marines are not the brightest guys on earth. I flew behind enemy lines to a gold. I was reading the map of Vietnam. There's a pick and shovel, AU, gold. Like Aussie, gold, I said, well, let's go buy some gold. He said, yeah, but it's enemy lines. He says, we'll be in and out very quick. So my co-pilot and I, we're not smart guys. We walk up to the gold window. We're in a village. People are staring, what the hell are these guys doing here? Don't they know? We disarmed, no weapons, walked in. So we come as capitalists, not Marines, I'm talking to this little Vietnamese woman with red teeth. And I think gold was, let's say, $50. I tried to give her 30 for it. And she looked at me and went, spot. I went, what? I said, 30. Spot. I didn't know what spot meant. I said, I got a spot on my shirt or something. And she was talking about gold is the same price throughout the world. That little Vietnamese woman, I don't think she went to Harvard. She was telling me, she was teaching me the best lessons of all. So we came home empty-handed, and I flew then to Hong Kong, and I bought my first gold rand. Gold was a Kruger rand. $50 I paid for it. I still have that Kruger rand today.
Oh, wow.
And it's now worth $2,200. So the Kruger rand didn't change in size, but the dollar came down, I created the cash flow board game because I learned everything playing Monopoly.
Yep.
And Maria Montessori, a great educational entrepreneur, says, what the hand does, the mind remembers. So by playing the cash flow board game, you actually fill out a financial statement. And your financial statement is what your banker wants to see. Your banker doesn't care what your report card says. So I can borrow a lot of money because I have strong financials, as you know. If I have bad financials, you give me a credit card. A person got to take care of their this is your greatest asset, your greatest liability. And so I'm out here to encourage, because Aussie has been I've been coming here since 72.
Wow.
I came out here to play rugby union, Lost every game, but I loved it here. And it's a great country. It is a lucky country. And so today I was speaking at Randwick, and I was saying, get a board game, teach yourself, play it 10 times, and teach 10 people. Aussie can change the world. It's a small, powerful, lucky country. Or you can wait for school to teach you something. Well, I think the problem with Trump, he's got guts,
He definitely does.
And he stepped on a lot of toes. Bankers. They don't like him. So as I said, Bobby Kennedy, John Kennedy, they got taken out. So even if he's elected, his life is more in danger than, like I said, his 2 sons and I are really good friends. And they got balls, They speak out, they work for the people. As I said, I know the Trump boys, I watch what they do. So just watch what a person does, not what they say. So I know them personally, and I wouldn't say this if it wasn't true. I've spent weeks, a week of hunting on a private island. No water, no toilets, nothing. Those boys ask no quarter. They go in the woods and they fish, and we have to catch our own food. They're tough young men, very good men, young men. Well, politics is a dirty game. I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
Yeah.
I just give them credit for being the spotlight, the limelight. I talk to them occasionally. I run into the boys, and I just give them credit. They got guts. It's hard to stand up to the banking system, as you know. I've written 2 books with the guy. I spent about total about 8 weeks working with him and his company, the Trump Organization. Really good people. But when they weaponize the FBI and the court system against the man, that's fascism. They take our court system and go after him. That's fascism. So America's in serious, serious trouble. Serious trouble. And that's my concern. Well, that's why he got taken out, He says, I'm going to drain the swamp. He's talking about the central banks. Put yourself on your own gold standard or silver standard. Educate yourself. We're going in for a rough ride. Let me say it again. China is in serious financial trouble. America is the biggest debtor nation in the world, printing $1 trillion every 90 days. Germany's in bankruptcy. So Aussie is the lucky country. So you're sheltered a bit. But as you know, China is your largest trading partner, and so it's imperative that every Aussie educate themselves to protect themselves. But if you're hoping the government's going to save you, then you're in trouble.